Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Myth. When last we left off, we had a unique experience with Berserker in the other world. And, well, he's also ended up somewhere interesting, it would seem. And we worked a little bit more with So in building the secret base. And Hibiki has shown up, and Meito's still being a dick to her, so, you know. And I don't particularly like children, but, you know, Hibiki's fine. Hibiki is, you know, nice enough. She means well at minimum. And it's not like I've played this before and know a bit more about her, but still, I like Hibiki well enough. But anyway, let's get back into it, shall we? So and the black entity joined me after a bit. I was still working on the left side, while So at the right, the shadow being, took care of the middle. And by the time the sun began to set, finished. We'd cleared out a large space for ourselves. Nice, it's finished. We did it, So-chan. The two of them clasped their hands. All I could think about while watching them was how much time we wasted. Well, it's not like this is an epic of time wasted or anything like that. I wonder how many people are actually going to get that. That's not a very popular album by a very popular band. Anyway, well, very popular. They used to be very popular. I don't know if they still are. I don't keep up with the modern music scene as much as I used to because I mostly just listen to what I feel like. Anyway, could you really say that we accomplished anything of note by spending so much time creating this space? I was aware that this would be the case from the beginning. We had no particular goal in mind, after all. For whatever reason, though, So and the Shadow Girl seemed to consider this an accomplishment. In my case, though, this was just pointless. That's enough for today. Wasn't I supposed to be interacting with the villagers? As far as tomorrow... Yeah, that's it. I'll use this as a place to practice getting used to the villagers. And I can focus on just one person. Hibiki. I should talk with her. Meito, you listening? Sorry, I was thinking to myself. Anyway, you're the man in charge tomorrow. Man in charge? What? I need you to go to the market tomorrow to grab us supplies. You're the person most fit to carry large stuff. The market? She was going to send me there? To the Shadow's very den? A lieutenant is tasked with aiding his captain. Now fulfill your role, maggot. Reminds me of another drill instructor-inspired character in a visual novel, although this came out first, but still. This was much less popular than the other one. Wait, I'm a lieutenant? We talked about this before? I mentioned fucking Fallout 1 and Lieutenant voiced by Tony J and Super Mutant voiced by Robert Garrett, right? That's fuck. Shit, what was his name? I don't remember. Robert Garrett, sure. That's not his name. Raymond from, Ray from Everybody Loves Raymond. Fuck. I guess the specifics don't matter anyway. I'm fucking falling apart here. Wait, I can't do that. I can't go there. Why not? Because there was no denying that my words were contradictory, and I needed to do something about that. However, I really couldn't handle the shadows just yet. I was confused. Brad Garrett. His name was Brad Garrett, right? Right? I'm fucking falling apart. His name is Brad Garrett, I'm certain. I remembered it now. I was confused. What should I do? And what I should do and what I wanted to do were at odds with each other. I had never experienced anything like that before. I didn't know what to do. I just need to figure out the best course of action. Emmett, think. Wait, why did I call him Ray from Everybody Loves Raymond? This isn't his fucking name. What is wrong with me? I'm falling apart. It's fucking Robert, wasn't he? Fuck. Hibiki. Shit. I haven't watched Everybody Loves Raymond in like 15 years, so I apologize. Yes? I had to go to the market. I had to get used to those shadows. And I was going to use Hibiki to alleviate any mental damage that might cause. So? Now what? Go home without me. Huh? Why? I'm gonna chat with Hibiki. I couldn't just keep running away from them forever. Some situations demanded courage. Some situations demanded one to adapt. I might be fucking more inebriated than I thought. I've not even drank that much. Just ate too much. And I've drank some. Because I continue to drink more. Hibiki, will you talk with me? Because I actually haven't even drank that much. I've drank less than a bottle of beer. I feel loopy. Not even like the kind of loopy, just, yeah, you know. Just feeling, yeah, never mind, fuck it. Let's keep going. I knew I was acting strange, but I couldn't help it. I was afraid of talking to the shadow beings. I think I've watched too much of fucking stupid YouTubers. Like, I don't even mean like stupid as in like, it's stupid to watch. I mean stupid as in unintelligent and self-admittedly so. I think it's rubbing off on me. I'm getting dumber. My IQ is dropping. Oh no. I'm gonna figure out if we can go into negative IQ numbers anyway. Okay, sure. She seemed to be at a loss, but she agreed. The rest was all on me. I don't really get it, but fine. So stood up after that. She seemed to be confused. Be back by dinner time, you hear? Then she left. We were alone. I had to speak with her. Hello. I'd start with a simple greeting. Hello. No, that wasn't right. That was something you said to someone in passing. What should I talk about? Yeah? You want lunch? She presented the box from earlier. She prepared 3 portions of lunch, apparently. Nah, I'm good. I refused. Good. I just need to keep that thinking that I'm talking to a real person. That'll help me get used to this. She's human, just one who's all shadowy. Why did you make me lunch? It's tiring cutting all that grass. I thought everyone would be hungry. This would work. So long as I kept thinking of her as a human, at least. I was still uneasy, though. Thanks. What would I usually do in this situation? I guess I will have some. Huh? Right. I should gladly accept her kindness. It wouldn't be right not to. I want to have some lunch, the lunch you made. Is that all right? She thought for a moment. Sure. Then gleefully responded. All right, this is going well. The reason I was able to get such a quick handle on things was because this was no different from talking to a human. I opened up the lunchbox. Meto. The rice was indeed colored in a way that spelled that out. It wasn't particularly pretty, but it was legible at the very least. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? Because I only put Meto. It's not a problem. She called me Meto Tanabe-san, or something of that sort. It's not like she had to apologize for not including all of that. I'm sorry. She apologized once again. Do you want to just call me Meto? She looked down for a moment. Yeah. Then responded. So just call me that. It's not like it made any difference to me. Really? Why would I lie? Yes, why would you lie? Meto. She did it. What is it? And I responded. Meto? She called me by my name once again. What's up? She giggled like Shimon would before falling silent. I quickly finished eating her lunch before deciding to head home. I felt strange for some reason. No, I'm curious. Because I don't remember if it actually shows it in this game. I mean, it's a fucking anime game. Let's be real here. They're all 2D characters, but I'm kind of curious as to how the shadows work. Because I know they have a front and a back. Because I'm pretty sure we've seen that in the village in one of the early scenes. And I'm pretty sure we see someone's back later. And again, in one of like the similar scene to like the earlier, like through the market area or whatever the fuck it was. The center of town. Later, it's just spoilers. Yeah, you go back to town and walk around. But I can't remember because I don't think it's ever showed them in like profile. And I kind of wonder if it's like the shadow creatures in Final Fantasy 3, where they were basically just like 2D sprites. They had a front and then they would turn and they had a back, but they didn't have a side because they were a fucking outline shadow thing. Anyway, I wonder if this was actually inspired by that fucking Final Fantasy 3. I would be able to enter that better if I liked Final Fantasy 3. Anyway. However, it wasn't a negative or unpleasant kind of strange. Was it? Well, it tasted like food. Obviously. Apparently, she didn't get it. No, of course not. Well, at least she's smarter than fucking Shimon is, but whatever. I'm home. Welcome back. Dinner was already served in the living room. Sorry we went ahead and started without you. A piece of cloth was covering my plate, served at my usual spot. Don't apologize. I don't need dinner today anyway. Do you have a stomachache? Dunno. I was hesitant to tell her the real reason. Up and at 'em. It's cleanup crew's time to shine. If I could crack all my knuckles on command, I would. How does she have room for all of that? Her digestive system is a profound mystery. So I took my dinner over to her side of the table. She gave me a thumbs up, but I had no idea what she was getting at. Tell me about what happened today once you guys are finished eating. Understood? I headed out to the veranda after that because I was so full, I wanted to feel the refreshing air outside. The two of them returned after they finished cleaning up. Sorry for the wait. Let's hear it. Okay. Riri sat down. Hitomi said she had no recollection of such a book after we explained everything to her. Huh? Doesn't she own it? How would she not know about it? It's possible that the village chief saw something that wasn't there or is misremembering it. I guess that must be the case. Forgive us. Also, we received some information from Kotomi-san unrelated to the voice. Information unrelated to the voice? Maybe it was actually somehow related since she was going to tell me. Kotomi-san caught sight of someone when she was at the market the other day. Apparently this woman looked like myself and Shimon-san. Huh? Wait, maybe it was so? That's unlikely. She specifically said woman. It'd make more sense for her to say that she saw a girl instead of a woman in that case. Right. Not only that, but I had been spending the past couple of days together with So. I don't recall her going to the market. Did she say anything about what she looked like? She's young and apparently seems pretty delicate. Supposedly lives at the village outskirts. The village outskirts? Metal Gear. Yes. That's strange. Not that she lives there, but, I mean, why would Kotomi know that? She followed her? Followed her? What for? The protagonist? Riri-san? Shimon interrupted Riri. Her tone was no different from usual. That's an odd comment, but whatever. For some reason, though, it seemed like Riri was almost fearful of it. Riri-san saying such strange things. What Kotomi-san said was that she was curious. You're right. So, what happened? She went into her house and looked around. And nothing seems out of place on the outside of the fact that she seemed to be living on her own at a fairly young age. Huh. Told me I wasn't able to talk with her after that. The person seemed to be somewhat moody. Yeah, I'd be fucking moody too if somebody followed me home and poked around in my goddamn house. That's not good. That's not nice. It's not how you make friends. I think it'd make the most sense for us to talk to this person tomorrow. Agreed. Did she know something about that voice? If so, maybe she'd lead me to the answer I'm searching for. Have you met this person before, Shimon? No, not even once. I see. So this was someone Shimon had never met before, unlike Katomi and the village chief. I'm gonna go with you guys tomorrow. What? Are you sure we need to go through the market to reach the village outskirts? Yeah, I think I'm getting used to life here. I really felt like I was able to communicate with the shadow beings after chatting with Hibiki for a bit. I just had to interact with them like I would normal people. They were just plotted out humans. This reminds me of... Never mind. This is actually even dumber than Waka getting over his racism in Final Fantasy X. This is, oh, I talked with them for a minute and realized that they were people after all. Fucking hell. And then we'll go after breakfast tomorrow. Didi and I nodded, then went our separate ways. I returned to my room. So was there in there humming something. What? I'm just excited about getting all the supplies tomorrow. Oh, right. About that. It wasn't like that I forgot I was supposed to go with So and Hibiki to get supplies for our secret base. Could you do that without me? Huh? I already had an appropriate compromise in mind. In exchange, you guys don't have to procure any supplies from me. I'm not saying that I'm relinquishing my rights to my own space in the secret base, though. I figured So would get mad if I said that for whatever reason, but I already had a plan in mind to avoid that. I'll prepare my own stuff another day. That should solve everything. And if anything is too heavy or too big for you to carry, then... I know you're an idiot, but not one this big. I mean, she looks furious for some reason. I mean, I kind of so smart enough where I think if he were just kind of honest from the beginning, like just told her, hey, looking into this thing that's been bothering me since before I met you, I'm gonna go look into that tomorrow, because something important seems to have come up, and, you know, talked about it like a normal fucking person. Never mind. I'm just getting annoyed here. Wait, I'm not abandoning the base. I just want a day to... That defeats the whole purpose of the secret base. Don't you get it? Her voice trembled with anger. I was at a loss. This wasn't supposed to happen. Wait, are you mad because there will be one less person to carry stuff and thus will be more work? If that's the case, let me apologize. Fucking hell, you're dumb. I'm going to bed. God, you're dumb. So crawled into her futon. I was confused. Did I say something wrong? I thought back on what I said, but I couldn't figure it out. I guess I just ticked her off somehow. I definitely chose the most pragmatic solution for the problem. No, I disagree with that, but whatever. Somehow, I still managed to say something that irritated her, though. Forget it. Makes more sense for me to go with Didi and Shimon over So and Hibiki. It's the quickest and easiest way of fulfilling my goals. I determined that I wasn't in the wrong as I crawled into my own futon. Hey, Morgana. Hey, pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl. We'll play after I finish recording. I'm almost done. Sleep came 5 minutes later than usual for me that night. God, I wish I could, myth, otherworld. I wish I could, fall asleep at this exact same time every day. This is a long scene, or I might be confusing with. another. Actually, I think the more likely thing is I'm not confusing it. I might be combining a couple of different scenes because of how the scenes in this work. Oh, what's the name of the scene? A Place to Die. Oh, lovely. I followed the girl's black thing at her back. Just when had I arrived here? Just when had I... Something brushed against my legs. It was unpleasant. Hey, I tried asking the girl about it. What's this stuff brushing against my legs? Grass? Grass. I said that out loud. Things are a lot different from what I was used to. It was annoying. When I was still, there wasn't anything like this back then. It was like a bunch of worms crawling around my legs. It grossed me out. But I was still able to put up with it. Because it wasn't really like it was worms. What's that? Do you know what that is? That's... But that made me think otherwise. Shadows. People's shadows. Shadows. People's shadows? Metal Gear. That's right. What's that mean? Are shadows people? They're different now, though. I don't want to think about how I have one of those. But you do. I was startled. You serious? Look, right here. Let me see. This black thing. I'd only recently noticed that. I'd always thought that was me. It was called a shadow, though. But that isn't right. Those aren't shadows. A pretty girl. Attracted by something? You are. What do you mean? Because look, it moves when I move my body, but those, they all moved at random. So mine can't be a shadow. It's an interesting way of putting it. She giggled for some reason. Just be careful with them. Why? I could just tell what she meant, even though I asked her why. Because I felt something strange about them. Like they were beasts. No, even beasts weren't as bad as them. I could feel a strong sense of bloodlust from them. Almost like that was only natural. Rage, despair, murderous intent, all directed at me. It was odd, though. I never thought that was something you felt when angry. Murderous intent was something I could feel while happy. Just like Mama used to. Just don't let your guard down around them. They'll kill you otherwise. As their name suggested, I couldn't bring myself to like them. This is for you. She handed me something huge made of iron. Oh, that's, pleasant. What's this? I had no idea what it was. An axe. It's no exaggeration to say that it is you. An axe. It was heavy. The grip seemed to meld perfectly with the palm of my hand. It was like it was made for me. The grip itself felt nice too. It threw off my sense of balance. It seemed like... What are you doing, little girl? I might have to go and grab you. I would like this thing, but not at this very moment. Why did you give me this? I wonder why. The way she spoke was irritating in a way. Perhaps it was just a habit of hers. Either way, she was really good at it. We reached a building, and there were tons of them. Black beings, black entities, black figures. In the form of humans, they walked using their legs. Where are you playing with my... No, I don't care. Their arms swayed back and forth. It was disgusting. My arms felt heavy, although that was likely due to me carrying the axe. But it made me want to vomit. Hey, what's that? Now what? Her tone was stern this time. I think she was mad, because this was the second time I was asking her about something. Sorry. About? Her tone was stern again. You're mad, right? Because I asked you again. I'm not mad. She must have been lying. Nausea assailed me. It was like something was wedged in the space between my eyes and brain. That feeling. Ugh. Churning around inside of my head. And then it traveled down to my throat. It made me want to vomit. You realize I have a shadow as well, right? She probably said that because she was worried about me. But yours is different. What do you mean? She smiled as she asked me that. Apparently she found this to be interesting as well. I wasn't going to get mad about that and stop talking to her, but it was unpleasant. Because your shadow knows where it's going. Where is it going? Where it's going? Yeah. I pointed at the shadow at her shadow's feet. Then I pointed at her shadow's head. And then I pointed at her. See? Yeah. But see, those ones, I pointed at them. And when I pointed at their heads, I threw up. She laughed at me. I was embarrassed. Sorry. I didn't want her to see what I was spewing out. It felt like she was looking inside of me. There's no reason for you to apologize. But you really are an entertaining guy. She smiled a third time. Apparently, she smiled a fair bit. Day 5, doing something for someone. And I think this is where I'm going to end this episode. Next time, well, I think we're going to be confronting, or at least attempting to confront, the other lady that Katomi saw. Katomi saw. Was it outskirts of the market district or whatever? Anyway, that is for next time, and, well, I hope to see you all there.